Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Teen Wolf. This is episode 8 of season 2. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. I'm really loving it. I'm getting fully invested into the episodes. I'm really excited to see where we go with obviously the Jackson and Lydia storyline, not together, separately, because they've both got their own things going on. But I really do think this has been a fantastic season. I've really enjoyed it. I did enjoy season 1, but I think that we stepped it up this season just with the visuals, the graphics, and obviously like last episode it was mad, mate. A snake like went inside of Jackson's mouth and then like one come out his eye. It looked absolutely crazy. He done some intense acting as well around Allison when she come to speak to him. He was in the locker room taking a shower, and he ended up kind of like intimidating her, saying that, you think that you're going to be okay just because Scott loves you? Well, who do you think he's going to turn to next and kill you? I know. And he was like pushing her kind of against the wall. Really intense stuff. Scott come in, obviously had a scrap with him at the start of the episode. It was said that he's actually filed a restraining order against Scott and Styles, which has obviously caused both Scott and Styles to be grounded. And Scott's supposed to be staying away from Styles, but that hasn't happened. They had a scrap. They got detention. He was in school when he was in there. Jackson was struggling again with his Kenan reform. Do you know what I mean? He's been transitioning. He's getting headaches. And like I said, he had the snake inside of him. It come out of his eye. It's just madness of stuff. While he was in there, mate, he went on a mad one. He started transitioning, like half transition, half not. He couldn't control himself. He ended up cutting the neck of the dude that has was it the guy? Yeah, the dude that has the camera. That's going around taking pictures of Allison. He as well, like I said, when the altercation between Jackson and Scott was going on, picked up the tablet, went through it, read it, sent himself an email with it as well. Guy's being well nosy. He ended up getting attacked, and so did Erica as well. She got took down. She was paralysed, and she started going into, she started to have one of her episodes, one of her fits, possibly because of the cut that Jackson's done on her neck. So that was crazy. This ended up Scott taking her to Derek. She's like, don't take me to the hospital, take me to Derek. So Scott did do that, and while he was there, he proposed to Derek. He said, look, mate, I will join your pack if you need me to, but on one condition. We're not going to kill Jackson. We're going to capture him. We're going to stop him my way. So it's really interesting. Now Scott is possibly going to be part of Derek's pack. It'd be decent to see, honestly. It's really good. And then obviously Lydia's storyline, what's going on, she's been seeing this dude, hasn't she? She was in the garden the other day. A dog went round the corner, didn't come back, but this guy did. It's the same person that she seen when she was sat outside of therapy. She was chatting to him. She chatted to him in the garden. He's insinuating that he wanted to kiss her and that he'd give her a little flower. I said that I thought it was Wolfsbane. I think it is. I'm not too sure. I'm just going to rock that it is anyway. And then she seen him in school as well. And he said, look, mate, come here, I don't know, to my house or something at the night, which she did. She ended up being in a garden, and then she went into like this weird little trance like she does, and she ended up walking barefoot all the way down to this house, which was massive and abandoned. She ended up dancing with him and kissing him, and then when we went into the mirror, mate, it all changed. It went to darkness, all like burnt. It was like she was in Derek's house. The person that she was actually stood with was the alpha who attacked her in the last season, and he actually wasn't even there. She was having visions again, like, she's been definitely affected by him having PTSD. He even mentioned that as well, mate. You get through this having a little bit of minor PTSD. And then obviously we seen that she had the Wolfsbane in her hand, and then the camera like panned out and the alpha was buried underneath the floor of that house. So I don't know if he's calling to her to bring her. I don't know if there's a way that you can get resurrected. That'll be the first time we've seen it in this show anyway. We've seen it in the Vampire Diaries quite a lot of times, but in this one it would be a new one, and it would be really interesting to see. So I think this has been a solid start to season 2. It's been really exciting. I can't wait to see, like I said, the rest of Jackson and Lydia's story. Thanks so much for clicking on today's episode. Hopefully you like it. If you do, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into episode 8 of season 2 of Teen Wolf. Yo, I wonder who's texting, mate. His teacher. Oh, is that guy on the line? Seen him, yeah?
Not here to punch me again, are you?
Oh, what the hell is this?
Veggie burger.
Styles, I asked for a hamburger.
Well, veggie is healthier. We're being healthy.
Don't look at that.
Hey,
Avert your eyes. Hey,
It's just, I see arrows pointing to pictures.
Okay, stop. Fine. One's an incident, two's coincidence,
Three's a pattern.
the mechanic, the husband, the wife, all 24. Do you know that Isaac Leahy had an older brother named Camden?
Died in combat.
But if he were alive today, take one guess as to how old he'd be.
Yeah, that's what weird.
24.
24.
How much are tickets? 75. Can I borrow some money? Yeah, how much? 75.
Why? Right. Why are they making this so impactful? This line queuing. Who is in that front? Like, Jackson's gone there. Has he been drawn there? Has he got a ticket? We have seen in the last episode that when he's in his trance or his mode, he doesn't know, even when he's physical Jackson. So it's not just when he's the Kenema, it's when he's Jackson. Because like I said, the acting that he done with Allison, when he was Intimidator, when he was in the locker room, yeah, when he actually got shook out of it, he was like, Allison, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? And that when it brought him back round to Jackson. So he's obviously, I feel like he's come here not by his own choice. He's been drawn there for some reason.
What if same age means same class? I mean, did you think of that?
Oh, he'd be a good copy. He loves it, doesn't he?
Same class. Okay, this is it, class of 2006. All right, but so what if they all knew each other, you know? I mean, two of them were married, so maybe they all just hung out. They were all in his class?
All four. I don't know how much delay he fits in, but this is definitely a pattern. If the killer's not done killing,
And one of them's next.
Yo, imagine that.
yeah, it's Stilinski.
She is the person selling the tickets. Is it an illegal thing?
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
This one. Sean. Sean was killed by this thing Gerard says is a kind of shapeshifter. South American legend we know of calls it the Kanema. Jessica. She was smothered
She's
to
killed
death
by a
after giving
person,
birth.
yeah.
The
Well, after
police think it
giving
was done by
birth.
someone else. You know, the question I had after Gerard first told me about our family, why us? What we know, the truth we know about the world, that makes us responsible. For a young couple, their newborn daughter, cameras didn't catch everything, but do you really think a little high school fight can explain that amount of damage? What you know makes you responsible. Who controls the Kanema?
Oh, they don't know that though, do they? See, I'm surprised that he didn't ask who is the Kenema. That would have been more of a logical question because she knows that answer. It's Jackson. They actually have no idea who's controlling him. But I said it, mate, last episode. There's a human that's physically killing people, and then there's obviously that guy that is controlling Jackson to kill people, which is well interesting. Now, they've just said that she gave birth to the baby, which is decent. You know, let's take the one bit of positivity out of it. It's decent. At least the baby's alive. I was going to say died then. But what's interesting is this Chris does annoy me, he does, but I get his principles, like, because it's like with great power comes great responsibility, do you know what I mean? Considering they know about a supernatural world, he feels like it's their duty to the rest of the world to protect it, which I totally get. But I just feel like the way he goes around it is so annoying, and it's so like, it's too cocky. Like, their family think that they're like God's gift, you know, that's the way I see it anyway. They feel like they're above the law, they can do whatever they want, they can take down whoever they want if it's an innocent as well. You know, their family have killed so many innocents, yeah. So it is interesting, but again, at first I thought it would be the granddad. Now I am swaying towards the teacher, but I did say it was a teacher last episode before Styles' dad's just give information then. But again, sometimes the arrows point too obvious, and then I always hope that it's a twist and a curveball and somebody else towards the end.
I don't trust him.
Yeah, well, he doesn't trust you either.
And Derek really doesn't care.
Are we planning to kill him or save him?
Save him. Save him.
What are you, some kind of witch?
You are in the future.
I'm a veterinarian.
I nearly took its head off. And Argent emptied an entire clip into it. The thing just gets back up.
Has it shown any weaknesses?
One, I can't swim.
He's a captain of the swim team.
Essentially, you're trying to catch two people. One killed the husband, but the other had to take care of the wife. Do we know why?
His mother died pregnant too, and she was maybe murdered. I think he couldn't let the same thing happen to someone else.
How'd you know it's not part of the rules? Kanema kills murderers. Jackson kills the wife and the baby dies too.
What if the fear of water isn't coming from Jackson, but from the person controlling him?
I mean, that was an interesting conversation that Isaac just said there, mate. I wonder if the reason Jackson couldn't kill the female is because if he killed the female, then he would have killed the baby. And killing the baby would mean he would have killed an innocent, and he's only killing killers. if he is only killing killers, because he said, well, does that mean that your dad's a killer? And he's like, well, wouldn't surprise me if he was, because he was a violent dude. But again, that is very interesting.
There's got to be some other way to get tickets, right?
Either you guys know why no one's getting suspended after what happened the other day at school? I had a concussion.
Well, nobody got seriously hurt.
I was in the ER for 6 hours. So you didn't get any tickets last night either.
Are they still selling?
No, but I managed to find 2 online.
Can anybody tell me where the hell Jackson is and why he missed morning practice?
Sorry, Coach, I haven't seen him since the last time I saw him.
Oh, and when was that?
Last time I saw him?
Tell Jackson no missing practices goes to the championships.
You give us the tickets, and you devote your life to abstinence.
How do you two losers even survive?
No one's even selling.
Wait here, boys. What is even...
Oh, he's just robbing it.
Enjoy the show.
I'm sorry, I know that you said we can't talk like this anymore. He knows the last 2 murders. He knows that there are 2 killers, and he and Gerard...
That's okay. I'm actually more worried about your mom. You remember when I got called out of detention to go to the office? She was the one that talked to me, and she was asking me all these questions about us. It was bad. I think that we should do something.
Like, be seen dating? I don't know how it happened or why I even said
Yeah,
this,
she's
but
going with Matt, isn't she, to that
I'm
concert
actually
thing.
supposed to hang out with Matt.
Go out with him. Yeah, and make a big deal out of it in front of your mom, okay? Even kiss him if you have to.
She's well confused. She don't know what's going on.
Really kiss him?
Well, what's really kiss him like?
Scott's committed to that relationship, though, and he's willing to do whatever it takes.
Don't do that.
Let it go.
See, she taught, well, when obviously they was in the library, she was on the floor with Matt, and Scott was like, it's that their old little, like, conversation there is obviously steamrolled into this episode, and it's like, mate, we should be seen with other people. He obviously doesn't mean, like, let's break up, but he kind of does at the same time. I don't know. I think he wants to obviously divert suspicion away from them both. So it's like, mate, if you go out with Matt, I'll go out with somebody else at least one time. Like, your mum can see that you're not always with me. You got interest in other people as well. Take the suspicion away from us. If you have to kiss him, go for it. Maybe kiss him on the cheek or the head or something. Maybe hold his hand. But again, I'm all for not leading somebody on as well. So I would rather not do that, because I would feel tight on that Matt, even though I'm not a big fan of Matt, to be fair. I think he's a bit strange. I don't know. I physically don't understand his character and what he's been put in the show for right now. But maybe he's the Matt Donovan of this show. He's a Matt whatever, Matt Camera. Because honestly, so far I'm still trying to figure it out. All he's done is been here, lingered, took a few pictures of Allison, took a few pictures of Scott, what's going on with his eyes. Then he's kind of like, I don't know, stole a bit of information. I don't know, he's kind of like infiltrating himself into the life, so to speak. I'm interested with him, but not because I like him, because I would like to know, like, what is his purpose of the season, and is he going to extend further? So again, this was an interesting conversation with both of them. Looks like it's obviously hit Allison a lot worse than it's hit Scott.
If you can get close enough to Jackson, it should slow him down enough to buy you some time. This is some of what you'll use to create the barrier. It's from the mountain ash tree, which is believed by many cultures to protect against the supernatural.
Hey, that's well interesting.
Not all there is. Think of it like gunpowder. It's just powder until a spark ignites it. I learned that the best golfers never swing before first imagining where they want the ball to go. It can be pretty extraordinary what the force of your own will can accomplish.
Entice him in and trap him.
Allison has learned that Jackson Whitmer will be there seeking his next target out of the crowd.
Tablets
When
again,
Allison
look.
has Jackson's location and has determined him to be at the optimal point where we can take him down. She'll signal me.
For the rest of us, then, let's be perfectly clear. You don't trap a creature this dangerous. You kill it.
This guy's so annoying. I'm not a fan of him at all.
Hey, can't talk, gotta run. Where's your gun?
I left it at the station along with my badge.
What?
What? Why?
It's all right. You know what? We'll talk about this later. It was decided that the son of the police chief stealing police property and having a restraining order filed against him did not reflect well on the county. You know, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Ah,
Dad.
shit, that's well tight.
I don't get it. Why aren't you angry at me?
Maybe I just don't want to feel any worse than I already do, having to yell at my son.
It makes total sense. You know what's sad about that is that Styles is actually helping the population. None of them know that. Do you know what I mean? That is what's sad. Like, he's actually doing a good thing to help loads of innocent people. He saved the day, he stopped him from killing everybody. Like, but they don't know that on the back end of it. And obviously, this is the consequence of it. His dad's lost his job. But I really do love what his dad's just said there, that like me, I'm already feeling absolute shite. Why do I want to come home and make myself feel even worse for having an argument and shouting at my son? And I totally, that is my concept of like an argument. If you have an argument with somebody, sometimes people are still mad 1, 2, 3 days after me. Some people are spewing for ages. And I consistently think, why should I continually be mad because that other person is probably getting on with their life now? So like if I've just had an argument with you and then we've left that argument and you've gone off chilling, I don't know, gone cinema or something, or just gone on your merry way, and I'm sat here spewing, the only person that is being affected is me, and I'm making myself feel worse for constantly spewing about it. So, you know, it's quicker to just leave it and then just trying to like move on and move past it instead of like making more drama or prolonging it. So I really like his dad's approach to that. I thought it was really good. I feel really bad for him as well. You can tell that he loves his job and obviously loves Styles, and Styles really does care about his dad, and he kind of loves being a policeman himself, doesn't he? He's always involved in it. I mean, he loves the deaths, but it was tough, that one.
You okay? She didn't say anything the whole way here. No, I'm fine.
Just grab the other bag.
I can't. Remember, Dean said you have to do it alone?
Well, Erica's back. Oh, she's got a proper dead mood vibe.
Matt, give me a second, okay? You told me to go out with him.
No, not here.
Okay, my father and Gerard, they're coming here.
What did you tell them? God, they know it's Jackson.
People are dying, Scott. What am I supposed to do?
No, I can't believe it. You know what? I
I
didn't even
trust you
clock
more
it.
than anyone.
Stay out of the way.
Scott!
Just stay out of the way!
Yo, I didn't even clock that she told them. What an idiot I am. I can't believe she's done that without telling them. Yo, I can't believe Allison's ran to her family and told them that it's Jackson, because the altercation that she had with her dad the first time was that, you know, he asked who's controlling the Kenema. He never asked who the Kenema was. I literally said that in the episode. I would have asked who it was. And she's told him that it's Jackson. How did I not clock that, mate? And I cannot believe that she didn't even tell Scott or Derek or anybody, like, knows about the Supernaturals, like, what's about to go down. That's mad.
Careful, gentlemen. Something wicked this way comes.
You gotta do it intravenously, which means in the vein. When you find him, you pull back on this plunger right here. I don't want you to get hurt.
Guy's baffled. Look, mate. I've got a friend. Oh, friend.
I gotta be honest, Chris, I was really expecting more from the big bad veteran werewolf hunter.
Didn't anyone ever tell you not to bring claws to a gunfight?
Oh.
He belongs to me.
Oh, mate. A double, mate. A double tap. Does he need that to connect? How's he gonna... Oh. Go on, lad. Oh. Oh, it's Allison's mum. She don't play around, does she, man? And did that just show a full moon up there? Is he going to transition? I don't know. Allison's mum, man, she's mad one, isn't she? She's like, she's a proper alpha herself. She's scary, man. She is a scary woman. If she was a teacher at school, you wouldn't be messing with her, would you, man? You'd be well intimidated. Like, she's not even bothered, straight after him running him over and not asked. But Styles has run out of the powder, and, you know, he's put too much in one location. He'll have to go and scoop a bit up and, like, drag it across, but that's going to take absolutely ages, isn't it? So, like, I don't know if it's going to work now or not. Because, like, what's the point in having a full boundary spell if you're missing, like, this much? You've seen it in the originals of Vampire Diaries, mate. When you're doing a spell, if it hasn't got that connection, it does not last, mate. Anything can get in and out of that rift. It's just not going to work. So, again, I don't know if this is going to have any effect whatsoever on the person that's controlling him. They did want to try and trap it inside, but we don't know if that's going to happen now. Interestingly, though, is like, I'm not a massive fan of Isaac or Erica, but I was on their side then, mate. I was like, oh, I well wanted him to get in there and do it. And, you know, Jackson was smart as well, mate. He knew that they was coming after him. And boom, mate, clawed them both and sent them both down. I thought they both might have been out of it again. Do you know what I mean? Like, when they do get something on them, they do get kind of paralyzed, don't they? Especially if they got claws in them, but it didn't. And that reminds me, the girl like gave him the ticket as well. I thought he might have put some liquid on her hand, because we've seen what happened to Styles when he touched it, didn't you know, he was down incapacitated as well. I thought that would have been an easy way for him to attack her, but no, she seems to be here at the party, no problem so far from their contact. So again, interesting to see where we go.
Because I don't know what to do, and I'm just standing out here, and I'm standing here like a friggin' idiot all by myself with a handful of magic fairy dust. Need to believe. Come on, believe, Styles. Just
Teacher's there. Teacher's there though. That's the indication. He is there. Look, right, if that little tiny bit does make it, why did he put so much down on the floor that all the way around? Oh, he did make it. Looked like he put loads on before when he was running around with a bag.
This type of wolfsbane is one of my favorites. You probably won't think so.
What are you doing?
I'm killing you.
She's mad, mate. She's absolutely mad.
Just me. It's just me. Hey, no one does anything like that again, okay? So let's just hope that whoever controlling him just decided to show up tonight.
I'm here. I'm right here with you.
I don't get what's going on with Jackson. It's well
You had
interesting.
an asthma attack. You couldn't get to your inhaler until...
Want to move closer to the DJ?
Allison's body language, man. I'm not feeling it.
It's 21.
Oh.
Yes, yes, doing here.
Imagine if you said she was 24. That would be interesting, mate.
Jackson, is that you?
Us. We're all here.
Oh. Look at him. He looks mad.
Are you the one killing people?
We're the ones killing murderers. Anything can break if enough pressure's applied.
So the people you're killing are all murderers. Who
Wow.
did they murder?
Yeah.
Me.
Oh. I was like, what the fuck?
They murdered me.
Yo, he looks sick, mate. He looks sick. Right. What I'm taking from that is, again, I don't even know like who the hell is inside him possessing him. I don't know what's going on. Is it a guy saying it? Is a spirit? There's clearly a human involved, so I'm not going to deter my like knowledge away from that. There's a human involved with the killings, the same as Jackson is. But has he got someone inside him as well? I do not know. Is it the same as the human, or is it somebody else? It's crazy. His eyes looks amazing. He looks like a different Kenneman now. Like, he was saying that all these people that have died have murdered him. Now, it might have been like one person and they all stabbed him or something, or like he was in a location and they had a fire and it burnt down and like he's blaming them all for killing him. I don't know, man. I actually don't know, but also do know is I'm fully invested. It's really decent. We're not seeing Lydia once.
Not having a good time, are you?
Ever feel like you have the best intentions, but you're just making one mistake after another?
Oh, the guy's gone for it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But I have to go make a call, so.
Wait, the guy definitely read that convo wrong, though. Like, literally, I would not have read that.
Okay, out, everybody out.
Oh. It's good. I do enjoy it, man.
Very good.
Hey, dead me. She's definitely not coming back from that. But the person controlling him is still gonna be inside, I think. Can they not get past it?
Don't you know the lone wolf never survives without a pack?
He's part of a pack now, though.
Five and Omega, it's a miserable sound.
I'm not alone.
Break it. What? No way. Scott's dying. Okay, what? How do you know that? Oh my God, Styles! I just know. Break it.
Ah, she's crazy, man. It's full on scrapping with with Derek. That was decent.
Hey, it's just me.
It didn't work. None of it worked.
No, I wouldn't say that. You really think it's a good idea being here?
I just want to know her name. It's not here.
Oh, it's not on the list. Okay, that's interesting. Being part of a pack saved his life.
Can't decide if I admire your sentimentality or despise it.
If I want your opinion, I'll make an appointment with the guidance office.
Are you really going to leave all of this up to a couple of kids?
They're more capable than you think.
And are you going to tell them what's coming?
Sure, man. I don't know what's going on, mate.
They've got enough to worry about.
I mean, what's that conversation about, mate? Oh. Whoa, he's bitter. Is it Derek? She could technically transition, can't she? Fucking hell, mate. That's mad. Mate, I know that it looks like she's possibly dying there, but if you get bitten, you go into transition phase, do you not? Like, does your body fight it, or you die? Is that what it is? So can she come back as wolf? I don't know. She won't want to come back as something that she hates, just like Caroline's dad. But what's interesting is she didn't care that she was fighting Derek there, mate. Literally, he come in and she went for a proper scrap with him. Fist to fist. Well, she had a knife, but still, she went for it. I respect it. Honestly, I really do. She is really brave, and she tried taking Scott out. It's interesting. You know, how's Allison going to react now that if her mum actually has died? You know, she's going to be... Knowing that her mum's died from a possible werewolf is going to make her possibly resent Scott or everything that he is now even more. Like, she might not now, but considering that quite a bit of a family have died from it as well, it could affect their relationship. It's interesting. Again, Jackson, he is being possessed. I like it. I don't actually know what is going on. What was... I'm going to call it Gabriel. Gabriel talking about at the end there with Emily Bennett, mate. I do not know what they are talking about. Are you going to really let some kids handle it, mate? They can handle more than, you know, we give them credit for or something. You're going to tell them what's coming? Nah, not now, mate. They got too much on their plate. It's like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about Lydia and the old Alpha? Is he coming back? Is she going to be affected by it? I have no idea. Also do know is it is well interesting. The boundary spell did work. The teacher was there. Everybody that's dying has been 24 so far. They thought it was a connection between him and the people in the school, but the girl that died at the very end, she wasn't part of the list, which actually is good because then it throws a spanner in the works and we're still constantly guessing what's going on. But what a mad episode, mate. I'm absolutely loving Season 2. It's been really good. Okay, and that is going to wrap up Episode 8 of Season 2 of Teen Wolf. Hopefully, guys have been enjoying the series. It's been really exciting. I'm thoroughly loving it. I'm definitely entertained. You know, last season, it was kind of like Scott and who's the alpha, him transitioning. But this one, I feel like it's got a real good... you know, storyline like hooked in because we know what who the wolves are, and now it's kind of like what's going on, who's the Kenema, who's controlling him, you know, what's happening with Lydia. You know, there's loads of different things. Last season it was just like how do you transition, how Scott is, you know, as the relationships and the agents and stuff, which I did enjoy. I thought it was a good season 1, but I feel like this one they've stepped it up. I'm really enjoying Jackson's acting, the storyline that we're going with him. We're on episode 8 right now, and I really have no idea who it could possibly be, which is very exciting. We got teased that we might find out who's controlling him in this episode because the boundary spell did work that they did place around that concert, didn't it? It worked. Isaac and Erica, they couldn't leave it, but they had to break it because Scott, luckily for him, is part of Derek's pack now. You know, Derek never actually specified to Styles that the reason that he knows that he's in trouble is because he has just heard him call it, because they're part of the packs. But he roared or whatever, growled, and he's come and he saved him. Whilst it looks like either Derek's taken out Allison's mum in the process or somebody else has. Now, obviously, we'll point all arrows to Derek right now, but I didn't see him bite her, which I thought, you know, I think I would like to have seen him bite her if that is true. You know, like, that's something decent. It is actually something decent that, like, they could have scrapped and he could have bit her. It's like, oh my god, mate, Derek's bit her. But no, he teased us, and then at the end she's come out and stumbled in front of Chris, and obviously she's kind of like dying in his arms. It's mad though. So that, to me, it still leaves a question, was it Derek or was it not? But like I said, it could have a ripple effect on Allison and Scott's relationship, because knowing that your mum's died from a supernatural and your boyfriend is one, kind of goes to what Jackson was saying last episode, that you think that you're safe just because you love Scott or something. Like, well, your family, you'll be next, so to speak. Well, her mum's been next, but again, mad. We thought we made some connections this episode that everybody that had died was a murderer, which has kind of been confirmed by whatever's possessing Jackson, saying, yeah, all those people have killed me. In terms of me, who is it? You know, that's what we'd like to see. Now, we thought it might be the teacher again, because his car was at the concert. His car obviously was where Jackson was the other day when his hands was on the screen. And then obviously the Styles' dad is putting 2 and 2 together as well, and that they're kind of in the same class. His face, you know, was in one of the folders that he was flicking through. So I'd like suspicions kind of raised on him. When he did bump into Allison, he said, oh, she's 21. It would have been sick if she said she was 24. It would have just tied into the numbers perfectly and just made it way more interesting. But again, I don't know if he's just being used as a curveball. I'm hoping he is being used as a curveball, and at the very end it's somebody else. Like, oh my God, mate, it's them, mad. But like I said, man, I have no idea, and that is why I'm absolutely loving this season. It's constantly keeping me guessing. As well, man, Styles' dad, he's lost his job as the sheriff, which is well tight, and I do feel sorry for him. Styles was just trying to help everybody in a way that none of them know, but he was. He was stopping the Kennemore. Jackson going around killing more people than he's already killed right now. And can you blame Jackson for doing this? You know, I am not blaming him. Just like when Stefan was the Ripper in the Vampire Diaries and he went around killing people. Sometimes it did annoy me, but I didn't blame him when his humanity was turned off and he was ripping. I didn't blame Damon when his humanity was turned off, because people are different and they can't control their emotions. And it's not physically them as a person, you know. I do give people passes. I understand that it is the person physically doing it, but you got to understand the context and the situation, the scenario that you put in. I never blamed Stefan and Damon then, and I am not going to blame Jackson right now. If Jackson fully knew what he was doing, I could tell now when Jackson's like Jackson and when Jackson's not being Jackson. If I could tell that he was being his normal self, being an arrogant arsehole, going around killing people, that'd be totally different. I'd be like, what an idiot, mate. I don't like him. Right now, I can tell he's being possessed, controlled, and being a different character. I'm like, that is decent. I'm liking the acting. I'm interested to see what's going on. So I'm hoping you guys sort of say approach to me and not absolutely hating on Jackson, because I feel like, obviously, last season, yeah, if you wanted to hate him, it was fine. I thought he's quite interesting that he was trying to fully force himself to be a wolf, and, you know, he was committed towards it. And his body, you know, kind of like has rejected it, and he's in sort of this like limbo-y phase where he's like in transition to being a wolf, but it's not really working right now. So he's the Kenema smoking people off, being controlled. It's fascinating. I've actually really enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch the next episode. So thanks so much for checking out today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.